If leadership is about influencing others to attain organizational goals, then the conduct of interpersonal relations assumes critical importance. Hi, I'm Donald Vredenberg, Professor of Management in the Zicklin Business School at Baruch College. Leadership receives considerable attention at Zicklin Business School, including the interpersonal and team components. You've probably heard that leadership involves hard skills and soft skills, with the soft skills centering on conducting interpersonal relationships effectively and guiding teams productively.
How do we create an environment where people can speak their truth without committing political suicide? Part of what I try to do is create venues where we talk about, if I create a venue, it's actually a three-part conversation. First, I'm always going to want employees to talk about what's working well. There are things, this is the appreciative inquiry, this is where you start. There's good things going on, nobody talks about it, talk about it. And what I'll do is I'll say, okay, you two tables go to that flip chart, you two tables go to that flip chart, I want somebody to write it down and somebody else to report it out. So there's an element of anonymity there. I don't know who's saying what, but it gets captured and reported out. I'll then break you up into different groups and say, now I want to hear the flip side of that. What do we do that pisses you off? What do we do that bothers our customers, undermines our effectiveness, compromises our quality? The third question is, I want to hear from you some suggestions. What is it we need to do in order to move forward productively? And I want to have that conversation with you with senior management in the room. Because it bothers our employees when we ask their opinion and they give it and no action is taken. Not that they have to take action on everything, but I want one or two things done to correct this. And the people invited to the meeting are the ones who actually do the work. And my experience is they actually care far more deeply than any of our consultants, and they actually know because they do it day in and day out.
Interpersonal leadership involves informing, persuading, and seeking input from others, as well as providing feedback about performance. Interpersonally effective leaders generate cooperation and negotiate comfortably. For inexperienced leaders, the most common problems are micromanaging and providing performance feedback. As you can see, it's hard to be an effective leader. Interpersonal competency also helps managers lead teams. Sensitive to conflict, cognizant of cohesiveness, leaders facilitate collaboration toward objectives. Team leadership often involves building group identity and shared ownership of projects.
It's all about this concept of team. I sat down with the group on Monday morning to my leadership team and said, you know, I sense this friction. I sense you guys aren't operating as a team, and it's slowing us down. And to me, to be a team, to succeed, you need to be a team. And it's so incredibly hard to get to the end goal without being a team, knowing that if I'm going to take a nap, that there's someone out there with their eyes open watching for me. It's so incredibly important as a leader to be able to motivate and instill a sense of team throughout the organization. And then finally, just inspiring followers that can also lead. We spoke about this concept of leadership. They're the followers. How do you inspire those followers to know that they're going to be leaders too?
Exercising leadership through a team structure allows realization of the advantages of participatory decision-making. While not without its disadvantages, the advantages of participatory decision-making include diverse input and acceptance of the decision for implementation. In addition to classroom instruction and advice from business leaders from New York City, Zicklin students learn interpersonal and team leadership practices through group case analyses and presentations. Zicklin students learn not just leadership concepts, but leadership skills.